Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Final Fantasy XV Endwalker reaction. Crosslancer and the Patreon producer Q decided to throw this one in here, and it's been a while since the last one. I have a lot of other songs that I get to on a regular basis, so it's been a few months, I think. But just like the last one really surprised me, and I enjoyed how it sounded, and I was really digging the sound and how creative it was, and it was so beautiful. I'm sorry, I'm still nerding out about it after all this time, but I'm even more interested and excited to hear this one. It's been sitting there just constantly egging me to get to it. So we're finally here, and without further ado, let's go. Ooh, ooh. Ooh. We're gonna be getting a little funk jazz here. He did mention he thinks that it loops once. So if I notice where it loops, then I'll just move on from there. Ooh. Ooh, I love that groove. Oh, this would be such a blast. Such a blast to play. So I'm just sitting here like... like I'm just vibing with it. Air drumming like crazy. Beautiful bell. Great sound on that ride bell. Kind of want to know what that symbol is. It's a very, very sharp ride. It cuts through real easy. Ooh, little tickety taps on the hi-hat. I love the little plays on the cymbals there too. A lot of great accent work. I haven't even said anything about the melody yet. It's just so damn delightful. Ooh, ooh. Layering stuff in, all right. Okay, working back down. Is this where it's looping? Might be. Yeah, okay. Roughly halfway through? Oh, maybe not. I'll give it another minute. If only because I'm vibing so hard. Usually, loops are roughly half of the song length, obviously, so it's like... I'm just grooving too hard. I can't quite tell if this is a loop or not. And I'm not even mad about that. Alright, here's that, yeah. Yeah, okay. Then it must just like fade out kind of in a partial after the next loop then. Ooh. Wait a minute, that's different. Or was it? I don't recall that bass line happening the first time. Yeah, we're back at this. Okay. I think we can safely say it's looped. I'll let it finish out this passage here, though. Oh, yeah. Okay, anyway. So this song was an absolute blast. I was actually having a lot of fun trying to figure out stuff about it. I was playing around on my keyboard a little bit and trying to work out what, especially with that melody that was happening when it like softened up and it was just the piano in there. I found out what that was, and it's really fun to just kind of play through it. This whole kind of... And on the final one, before it changes up the song again, it kind of just goes back down instead, and it goes... and that's it. It just stays on the white keys that time around. So it's just little things like that. This whole song has like a samba-esque energy to it, which of course I'm vibing with because I love that rhythmically. It's one of my favorite subgenres of music in general. I adore it so much. It's fun to play. That's kind of what initially got me into this song right off the bat, is just how much energy it had. It felt like a party. I was gonna have fun. Even after it backed off a little bit and it had those little breaks in there just to kind of give you a breather, you never felt like it was going to just abandon that energy. And that's one of my favorite things about Latin music. They never really feel like they're ever not gonna have a party. I mean, you have stuff that's like a little bit more soft than others, but it's still like dancing at a funeral levels of like sorrow over here. And then you have stuff like this that's like a full-on party. Albeit overall with this, especially with the instruments they're using, it sounds like it'd be a higher class variation of something. So something that would be played in a ballroom, but still in that genre, rather than it being street music or party music. But nonetheless, an absolute blast. And I especially love the little accents that they were throwing around on the kit. Of course, that's going to be my bias here. I loved just some of the little tickety taps just being tossed on the cymbals around, just to give these little accentual points. Accents like that almost invite your brain to expect something more coming afterwards, and because they're so bright, they kind of pull you along and up with that energy. And it's just one of those aspects of music, especially in Latin America, where they have all these genres that do that and that are played at parties and are just constantly high energy, really fun to hear, and you just can't help but smile when you're around them. I love this sort of thing, and I love hearing it, so this was just a great time for me. I was also told by Crosslancer that this song is called Carrots of Happiness, and I'm not sure where the carrots part came from, but I definitely understand where the happiness comes from. So I could see this definitely being something like Town Square. Everyone's just kind of bringing their own musical instrument to play and having a grand time while they're all just nomming on carrots. That's like the image I'm getting in my head now with the song title. And of course, some other things that made it feel like it was constantly high energy are 4 on the floor bass, which is just a phrase that stands for somebody literally hitting every beat of a 4 count on the bass kick, and like that's it, just the boom 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 boom. It's the same thing you hear at parties. It's why people don't stop dancing. It's a universal beat pattern, having that 4/4 common time. That's just hitting that constantly, but then also matching that with the offbeat ride cymbal to never let your brain kind of settle into the beat. Hearing that upbeat kind of just helps you rebound back into that kick, and then it pulls you back in, and it's just this constant ping pong of energy that you're never allowed to let go, while there's also a cyclical pattern happening with the melody. I don't know what the chords are, I'm not that good at piano, but there are constant chords being played that are moving upward through like the majority of this song, except for those small parts where they pull out the drum kit and they let everything settle down a little bit. They give you a little bit of a dance break, and then they pull you right back in. Every single chord that's happening in there is just a cyclical move up. Everything is constantly rising. There's never really a back down until they have those little sections. So the whole time that you're hearing these chunks with this high energy, you're rolling with it, even if you don't want to. You don't really have a choice. It's like in our nature as humans to enjoy that type of rhythm. It's something that is just universal. That 4 on the floor especially is everywhere in clubs and parties, and then you have all this other stuff stacked on top of it that's helping drag you along. And no matter how against dancing you are, you're going to be tapping your toes. You know, it's just, you can't help it. It's so much fun. But I think that's about all I can say about this one. I've been yapping a lot, and I'm sure a lot of this is going to have to get cut out, but I love this one. I love this energy. I love this song. I'm actually going to add this to one of my vibe playlists, because while it might not be the most traditional vibe song out there, this type of energy is the type of stuff that keeps my brain locked in when I need that energy behind me. When I'm doing something that I don't want to do, but I know I need to, these songs help pick me up, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate with that. And if you have any other songs from Endwalker that you want me to hear, or anything else, doesn't have to be from Final Fantasy, even just throw in something in the comments and I will do my best to get to it. And otherwise, if you just like this video and you want to follow and support me for more stuff that I do on a regular basis, you know how to do all that, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!